10 forgotten UK coastal towns you'll fall in love with again. Britain's coastline has always been magical, dotted with resorts, fishing villages, and seaside towns that once bustled with crowds in their heyday. Some of these places have slipped out of the spotlight, overshadowed by flashier destinations or foreign holidays, but they haven't lost their charm. They remain full of history, character, and salty sea air waiting to be rediscovered. In this journey, we count down 10 forgotten UK coastal towns you'll fall in love with again, reminding you why these places deserve your heart all over again. 10. Whitby, North Yorkshire. Perched on the dramatic cliffs of North Yorkshire's coastline, Whitby is a town that feels both historic and mystical. Its most famous landmark, Whitby Abbey, looms over the town and inspired Bram Stoker's Dracula. In the 18th and 19th centuries, Whitby thrived as a whaling and shipbuilding hub, its harbour alive with activity. Though tourism still exists, Whitby has faded behind glossier names like Scarborough or Filey. But wander the cobbled streets of the old town, feast on Britain's best fish and chips, or climb the famous 199 steps to the Abbey, and you'll feel why this place never truly lost its magic. Whitby is a reminder that forgotten doesn't mean abandoned. Sometimes it simply means waiting to be loved again. 9. Looe, Cornwall. Tucked away on Cornwall's southern coast, Looe was once a thriving fishing and trading town. Today, it's split into East and West Looe, joined by a bridge over the River Looe. The fishing industry has shrunk, and many visitors overlook it in favour of tourist hotspots like St Ives or Newquay. Yet, Looe holds a charm those busier towns sometimes lack. Its narrow streets wind past bakeries selling Cornish pasties. Its harbour is still dotted with fishing boats, and its sandy beach is perfect for families. There's also a wild, rugged side. Head toward Looe Island, a nature reserve rich in seabirds and seals. It's a place where time slows down. Forget the crowds and rediscover Looe's quieter beauty, where Cornish traditions still thrive. 8. Saltcoats, Ayrshire. Once Scotland's favourite holiday town, Saltcoats in Ayrshire enjoyed its golden age in the mid-20th century. Families would flock here to enjoy the sandy beaches, amusements, and the salty breeze of the Firth of Clyde. But like so many UK seaside towns, Saltcoats suffered when package holidays abroad became the new trend. Today, its promenade may feel a little quiet, but its natural setting is still breathtaking. The views across the water toward Arran are spectacular, and the town retains a proud community spirit. Walk its wide beach, enjoy the brisk Scottish sea air, and you'll understand why it was once adored by thousands. Saltcoats is not gone. It's simply waiting for curious travellers to rediscover its seaside soul. 7. Lowestoft, Suffolk. Known as England's most easterly town, Lowestoft once thrived on fishing and shipbuilding. For decades, its sandy beaches and twin piers made it a booming seaside resort, especially during the Victorian and Edwardian eras. But as the fishing industry declined and tourism shifted elsewhere, Lowestoft faded from national attention. Still, there's much to admire. Ness Point, the UK's easternmost point, offers spectacular sunrise views. The beach stretches for miles, perfect for a classic British seaside walk. The town's maritime heritage lives on in the Lowestoft Maritime Museum, while the restored Claremont Pier still hosts funfair amusements. Though often overlooked, Lowestoft remains a gem where you can greet the dawn before anyone else in Britain. 6. Rhyl, Wales. Rhyl once reigned supreme as one of North Wales's busiest seaside resorts. In the mid-20th century, it was full of theatres, arcades and dance halls, buzzing with holidaymakers from Liverpool and Manchester. But in the last few decades, Rhyl's decline has been widely reported, with many writing it off. And yet, change is happening. Rhyl's seafront has been undergoing major regeneration, with new attractions and a focus on its family-friendly beach. Its wide golden sands and sweeping promenade are still as inviting as ever. Behind the headlines, locals remain proud of their town's seaside heritage. Rhyl may have been forgotten by some, but its revival shows that once famous resorts can still shine again. 5. Morecambe, Lancashire. In its heyday, Morecambe was a bustling resort with the famous Midland Hotel symbolising Art Deco glamour. Holidaymakers poured in to enjoy its bay views and promenade. But as overseas travel grew popular, Morecambe declined, leaving behind a faded grandeur. Now, Morecambe is on the brink of a remarkable comeback. The Eden Project Morecambe, an ambitious ecotourism development, promises to bring new life to the town. But even today, its sunsets over the bay are among the most beautiful in Britain. The quirky Eric Morecambe statue still attracts smiles, and the promenade remains one of the longest in the country. Rediscover Morecambe before its renaissance, and you'll see why it's still a town worth falling in love with. 4. Arbroath, Angus. Scotland's Arbroath is best known for two things: its medieval abbey and the Arbroath smoky, a delicacy of smoked haddock. Once a bustling fishing town, Arbroath's harbour was full of life, feeding not just the local community, but also Scotland's economy. Fishing has dwindled, and tourism often skips past Arbroath in favour of bigger names like St Andrews or Dundee. But its rugged coastline, dramatic cliffs, and proud history are unforgettable. Walking along the harbour, you can still smell the distinct aroma of smokies being prepared the traditional way. Arbroath embodies the spirit of Scotland's coastal towns: resilient, authentic, and deeply rooted in heritage. 3. Clacton-on-Sea, Essex. Clacton was once the jewel of the Essex coast, boasting theatres, amusements, and a famous pier that stretched into the North Sea. During the 1950s and 60s, families packed the trains for a holiday here, but with the arrival of affordable flights abroad, Clacton slipped into decline. Still, the seaside spirit remains. Clacton Pier has been rejuvenated with rides and entertainment. The beaches are sandy and welcoming, and its retro charm appeals to those who love a traditional British holiday feel. If you're looking for a blast from the past mixed with seaside fun, Clacton-on-Sea deserves another chance at your heart. 2. Aberystwyth, Wales. Set on the stunning Cardigan Bay, Aberystwyth was once one of Wales's busiest Victorian resorts. Its long promenade, colourful seafront, and cliff railway attracted visitors from across the UK. Today, it's more often thought of as a university town than a holiday destination. But Aberystwyth is so much more. Its historic castle ruins, bustling harbour, and panoramic views from Constitution Hill keep its coastal magic alive. The town is also a hub of Welsh culture, with the National Library of Wales and a vibrant art scene. Though sometimes overlooked, Aberystwyth blends seaside nostalgia with modern cultural energy, making it one of the forgotten UK coastal towns you'll fall in love with again. 1. Whitley Bay, Tyne and Wear. At number 1, Whitley Bay stands as perhaps the most forgotten yet most deserving of rediscovery. Once the pride of the northeast coast, its Spanish city dome and lively beaches drew thousands every summer. But decline hit hard in the late 20th century, leaving parts of the town neglected. In recent years, however, Whitley Bay has seen a quiet rebirth. The Spanish city dome has been beautifully restored, the promenade upgraded, and new cafes and bars breathe life into its streets. The golden sands stretching towards St Mary's Lighthouse remain as inviting as ever. Whitley Bay perfectly captures the story of Britain's seaside, once booming, later forgotten, now reawakening. It is the ultimate example of 10 forgotten UK coastal towns you'll fall in love with again. These seaside towns may no longer top the holiday charts, but they've never lost their soul. From Whitby's Gothic cliffs to Whitley Bay's reborn Spanish city, they each hold a story of resilience and beauty. These are the 10 forgotten UK coastal towns you'll fall in love with again. Thank you for watching this video. Please don't forget to subscribe and turn on the notification bell.